Welcome to the first session of Experiencing Malaysian Architecture. I'm an avid writer in architecture, especially in the magazine Architecture Malaysia, which is the official magazine of the Malaysian Institute of Architects. My personal passion is for people to experience the architecture and built environment around Malaysia. And one way to understand that is through understanding what are the theories behind the thinking of these words and how they have been manifested through architecture and the built environment. So first of all, it is very important to understand what are the theories that drive Malaysian architecture. There are different types of theory in architecture, and theory in itself could be a very daunting word because theories could be perceived as a deep understanding or analysis of a particular scenario. Theory could be prescriptive, theory could be critical, and so on. However, in this particular module, Experiencing Malaysian Architecture, we use the word theory to refer to design theories of architects and how that have shaped their thinking as practitioners to create spaces and build forms around Malaysia. So we see theory as a descriptive approach, and we see it as a way to rationalize how design emerges through the process. Another critical issue in relation to the Malaysian architecture is one's experience of Malaysian architecture is very much determined by the design problems or the problems of the built environment are impacted by many different factors. And when we talk about the issues which shaped the way we experience the built environment, for me specifically there are four critical issues that we are currently facing. The first issue is the issue of identity. Many writers on architecture, for example, Professor Tajuddin, have reiterated the importance of identity making in relation to nation building. And one of the reasons for that is it is important for Malaysian architecture to project its nation and to position itself with a specific identity, agenda, or purpose within the global environment. Secondly would be for me the issue of humanity and issue of social responsibility of architects and architecture within the built environment. Today we see many NGOs, we see many social enterprise, and we even see our National Board of Architects attempting to address the importance of pro bono architecture, having architects to provide services at a pro bono, with a pro bono intention in order to create better quality of life, better living conditions, to support certain communities which are in need and who cannot afford to pay a fee for architecture consultancy. All these responses to the society as well as community reflect the particular humanitarian spirit of architects and architecture towards the environment. Thirdly will be the environmental agenda, which has emerged since probably a decade ago, where there are emergence of Green Building Index in Malaysia, a tool to quantify the different components of a building and actually awarding Green Building Index at different scales to architectural practice and buildings to encourage the effort on environmental sustainability. With that, we also see emergence of qualitative green approaches, which stems more from the passive climatic responses that are more geared towards the poetics as well as the feelings or ambience related to a certain architectural site or context, as well as environmental concerns that emerges more from the concerns of climate, society, people, culture, and tradition. And these are different forms of sustainability that actually shape the way architecture is practiced in Malaysia. And fourthly, this would be the developers' impact in Malaysian architecture. There are many key developers in Malaysia with different philosophies of their development, and they have created a big impact towards how land are being developed, how townships are being developed, right up to how individual buildings of a particular environment, particularly the more suburban environment, are being developed. So all these issues does impact on how the built environment is shaped, how the built environment is designed, as well as how architectural practice in turn respond to those ideals.